All right, guys. So in today's video, we're gonna do something different. We're really not gonna do anything all that different. I'm still gonna be testing random things from Amazon, except for instead of me picking the random items, this website is gonna pick the random items. So it's very simple. You just pick a category. We're gonna go with tools, and then you just push the button and you get a random item. So, random item number 1. Hang and level. Under the roof decorating. Picture hanging tool. How does this even work? Wow. Okay. I guess that'll be item number 1. Item number 2. A shelf. Currently unavailable. Nice. That actually would have been a nice one. Go again. A hole cutter. Okay, I'm in. Hole cutter. Item number 3. Oh, one of these little doodads. One of those things that help you like make certain cuts or whatever. Okay, this one says unavailable, but I'll find something. There's a million of these things. I'll find just something similar. Product number 4. What we got? Okay. 3/8 battery powered ratchet. All right, our final product. What is this? Exchange a blade 9-inch laminate flooring cutter. A laminate flooring cutter.
Pressure off and cut side down. So once again, slide our material.
Now, I'm sure it cuts laminate floors, but what else will this thing cut? And we're not going to cut laminate floor. I don't know what we're going to cut yet, but it's going to be not laminate floors. So we're going to do that. We'll do this, that thing, a hole cutter, and whatever this is. All right, I'm going to order this stuff. I'll see you in the garage. So, finally, all of our products got delivered. So the first one that we're going to try out is the picture hanger. Or the hanging level, but it's to hang pictures. And whenever I saw it before I bought it, I thought it was kind of stupid. And then now that I'm like looking at it and seeing how it's supposed to be used, I think it's even dumber. Let's go inside, try to find a picture to hang. This is gonna be so stupid. All right, so we're coming back to the same wall where we did the magic eraser test, because it's the only place I have with good lighting. I'd like to get this out without destroying it. It looks like what we're supposed to do is you hang the picture on the edge, you find wherever it is you want to hang your picture, and then you push this thing, and then it's got these spikes on the back that you push in, and then those spikes will put a little indentation in the wall and tell you where to put the nail. Which to me, honestly, just seems really dumb. So we have our picture, and we would be, I don't know what, it has two, like an A and a B. I don't know exactly. I mean, I guess if you're gonna just put two spots that close together, maybe for like something really heavy or something. So we would put it here on A, and I guess we would, decide where we want it. We'll go right here is where we want it. And then we'll just push that. And we have a little indentation right there. I don't know how well you can see it because of that line. We have a slight indentation right there. And then the idea would be you just find, oh, there's the indentation. Let's put our nail in the wall. And then you can go, oh, looky, right there. We hung the picture, and it has a little level on it so you can kind of, oh, look. Now it's level. Oh, this picture is kind of messed up. Oh, looky there. It's level. That made my life so much easier because I definitely could not in a million years have just been like There's no possible way that I could have just been like, huh, I want this picture here. And then I couldn't have just been like, yeah, that seems like a good spot. And then went. Definitely couldn't have done it without this thing. I'm so glad this thing was invented. Like I said, this thing is just dumb. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know what else to say. All right, guys. So before we go any farther, this video is sponsored by AirUp. Now, AirUp has sent me one of their holiday bundles. This bundle that they sent me is called the Naughty List. I'm going to tell you about the bundle, and I'm going to tell you about AirUp and explain how they work. So, the Naughty List bundle comes with a water bottle, and it comes with 3 flavors. It comes with mango passion fruit, raspberry lemon, and orange vanilla swirl. What is AirUp and how does it work? So AirUp is a water bottle that adds flavor to your water, but unlike other water bottles that use like a powder or a syrup, AirUp does this through air. They do it through scent. So what you do is you have these scent pods that you add onto your water bottle, and that adds your flavor. So for my demonstration, I'm going to go with mango passion fruit because I like mangoes. So each one of these packages has 3 scent pods in it. And it's super easy. All you do is open up your scent pod, put your scent pod onto the water bottle. And this water bottle actually has kind of like 2 modes. So like you can push the scent pod all the way down and just use it like a normal water bottle. It's just regular water, no flavor at all. And then whenever you want flavor, you kind of pull the pod up just a little bit. And you'll know it's in the right place because you'll be able to hear it. When you hear that sound, the water is being aerated through the pod, and the flavor is being added to your water, and you can taste it. And this mango passion fruit actually tastes really good. And it says right here on the package, each one of these pods is good for 1.3 gallons of water. So that is quite a bit of flavor. So if you are interested in this bundle, you can click the links in my description, and you will automatically get 18% off, no code needed. And then if you want an additional 5% off on top of that, you can use code TylerTube, and you will get an additional 5% off. So, like I said, if you're interested, all of the links will be in the description. Alright, next up, we have our Kimo 3/8" cordless ratchet wrench kit. This thing, I don't remember how much this was. This was expensive though. So this thing better be good. So, manual, don't need that. This is like, okay, this has like a definitive spot. This is just like thrown in here. It's like this case isn't even for this. Like what is that? This kind of has a spot. Like is this case even for this? Alright, let's put a battery in here. Where do these things go? Okay. Silica gel. I'll eat that later. I mean, other than it like being a mess, I think it actually might be kind of decent. Feels good. I like the case, kind of. I mean, it's nice to have something to hold everything. Somewhere on here, 40 foot-pounds. Okay, so that's our max torque 40 foot-pounds. So I already have an electric ratchet. I have a Milwaukee, although my Milwaukee is it's not very old, it's probably 4 or 5 years old, but it's very beat up, and I used it like crazy. And they look very, very similar. The Milwaukee's a little bit lighter, but other than that, the build, the grip, they look very, very, very similar. So I want to see how this cheapo thing compares to something that is what I would consider quality. So first, let's just see if we can tighten something up. We got 2 9/16 bolts here. That was pretty tight. Okay. Let's see if it can take it off. Ooh, I like that. That is something I like more than my Milwaukee. To change directions is very easy. Just flip back and forth. My Milwaukee, you can flip back and forth, but a lot of times you have to like kind of like wiggle the socket to kind of like get, there's almost like a, like right there. Like you have to kind of move it around to find like a little sweet spot to like get it to change back and forth. This one was just easy, super easy, just back and forth. I like that. No problem. Alright, so it says that the max torque is 40 foot-pounds. I have a torque wrench set to 40 foot-pounds. Now let's see if we can torque these down to 40, see if it'll break them free. 40 feels way tighter than what that was tightening them up to. I don't know why the torque wrench won't click. Come on. In my last video, in the tire changing video, the torque wrench wouldn't click because I think it was broken. Don't tell me this one's the same way. This is more than 40 for sure. Oh, come on. That is not 40. Let me see if this thing even clicks. Let's go down to 20. Okay, so it does click. 30? There's just no way. It's not possible. Okay, so that's 30. Maybe 40 is just way more than I thought. I did not think that 40 would bend the metal like pipe. I don't know if this pipe is strong enough to do 40. Ugh, I don't think so. I think it's just gonna keep sinking in. Let's go to like 25 for this one over here. Alright, 25. I feel like, I'm going to trust the torque wrench, obviously, but I feel like I'm getting more, like I don't feel like this is 25. I feel like I'm just getting more torque than normal because the pipe is bending. 25, let's see if it'll break it loose. No. Nah, not a chance. See if the Milwaukee will do it. No. Not even close. So there's no chance at all. I can't even get down that far. Alright, we'll use deep well socket. Of course, no shot. Let's do this. Let's tighten it up with this and see if the Milwaukee can get it loose. And then we'll tighten it up with the Milwaukee and see if this can get it loose. No problem. Oh! It can't undo what the Milwaukee did. That's bad. Okay. It did it, but just barely. So the really old beat up Milwaukee has more torque than this. Now the spec on this could be rated for more. I want to say that this was rated for 40 foot-pounds. So these should be, well, they shouldn't even be equal. This should be much weaker than this because it's been so used and so beat up. If this can't undo what this does, it's definitely not at 40 foot-pounds. I didn't realize that this metal was going to bend whenever I tried to torque it down, because I think that is severely affecting the torque numbers whenever this metal is bent in. And I don't have another thing to screw to. All right, so I took a minute and kind of re-looked up some prices, and I paid $90 for this tool and 2 batteries and a charger. I looked up the price of these new ratchets. And for the tool, 1 battery, and a charger, is $150. So it's significantly more expensive. With that being said, I don't think this is all that bad. Even though it doesn't torque as much as it probably should, you can do with this what I did 99% of the time I used this, which was I would tighten something down, and then once I got snug, then I would just turn it like a regular ratchet, and you can just do this and tighten it down. I mean, you're probably going to get about the same. They're both going to work pretty much the same. This might not last as long, and I can tell you one thing, even just from using it this little bit, whenever I grab this is hot. Well, not hot, but it's pretty warm, whereas my Milwaukee's like ice cold. So that's a difference. I don't know if maybe just the airflow is not that great, or maybe it's just where it's a lower quality product or whatever, but other than that, as far as the functionality, it's pretty good. If you want something that's cheap, I'd recommend it. I think it would work for most people for virtually anything you're gonna do. So next up, we have our Klein Tools hole cutter. This is supposed to be able to cut holes into sheet metal. I've never seen a device like this in my life. I've never used one. So if I screw it up, it's because I've never used one of these in my life. So you're supposed to drill a pilot hole, which I did, chuck this up, and then as far as I understand, this thing is like bent. Anyway, as far as I understand, you can take this little center nut, adjust it to decide how big you want the hole. Let me start over here. Okay, and then we should just be able to twist. I mean, it's working, I guess. That's gonna take, it's working, but it's gonna take forever. Come on. What are you supposed to cut a hole in like 15 years? I think my battery's dying. Yeah, my battery's dying. Alright, now we should have plenty of power. Okay, this seems to be a problem. The metal is too flimsy, which I don't know how you would combat that. Come on. I think this thing sucks. Or it's just not made to do what I'm doing, which all I'm trying to do is cut a hole. I also just realized I think there's like this little tab that I think is supposed to be underneath. I think this tab is supposed to be like underneath the metal. This is just going so bad. What doesn't make sense to me is there's these two tabs here that looks like metal is supposed to slide underneath of them, but it doesn't do that. And I don't see how it could possibly do that. Especially if like this was all, like if this was like a ceiling or a wall or something, and you're just pushing it right on there, how could it possibly slide under there? That doesn't make any sense to me. I wonder if I'm supposed to go this way. No, that does nothing. It's gotta be this way. It has to be. This thing sucks. Let's flip this around. What if you just want to take like a corner off of something? Let's just try that maybe. This thing does not come with a single piece of instructions. It just shows this, and it has this. So there's no instructions to tell me how you're supposed to use it, nothing. I looked up a video, but the guy in the video, just like, he had the hole, and he just like stuck it, and he just like turned it on, and just went, just like cut it like it was nothing. Although the guy in the video also used this to make the hole. So let's do that. Okay, there's our hole. Now let's just try to take that corner off. See if we can do that. Wow. That worked so well. Okay, so it looks like you're gonna need, so you're gonna have to bring a wrench to tighten that nut down. Oh. Overall, I think this is very stupid. Just get a hole saw. Get a hacksaw. Just hack a hole in something. You don't need this. All right, now let's go. Did that just snap? Nice. The drill bit snapped. Luckily, it comes with another one. Oh, this one's not bent either. Jeez. Okay, so it worked. It cut the corner off of it, but it did an extremely poor job. It looks like a beaver chewed it off. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like some specialty tool took it. And if you're gonna cut a hole, this is for up to 24 gauge metal. This is 24 gauge sheet metal. I don't know, the top of the range or whatever. Maybe that's why it has such a hard time. I mean, this is like, this stuff is pretty thin, and especially it's so thin you can like do that one thing, make that little noise. Gee, I mean, this is bad. As far as I'm concerned, this thing sucks. If I need to cut a hole in something, especially some sheet metal, the last thing that I'm gonna grab is this. I might grab this as like a door stop, a boat anchor, a hammer, maybe if I need to hit something, maybe like fight off an intruder with it, but I'm not gonna cut holes with it. Yeah, that thing sucks. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the 9-inch laminate flooring cutting tool. I think it was like $120 for this thing. And it has one use, which is to cut laminate flooring, which is what I have. So let's see if it works. All right, let's say we needed to cut off about that much. See if it does it. Jeez. Yeah, it cuts laminate flooring. That was a very quick test. So let's shove some other things in here, because this is all this is just a giant. Actually, it's a giant blade, but it's actually very sharp. I didn't expect it to be that sharp. So let's shove some other things in here. See what else we can cut. Can we cut just a simple piece of cardboard? Yeah. No surprise. A colored pencil. Let's go with an ugly color, like yellow. Nobody likes yellow. Cut it. We'll cut a little bit off. Oh, no problem. Wow. We can probably cut all of them. Let's just chop a little off all of them. Cut the whole rainbow, why don't we? Oh. No problem. No problem at all. Let's see, what about this, like, pretty much used up roll of duct tape? Can we cut through that? Oh, no. Whew. No problem. Slice through that like butter. That was crazy. Let's do that again. I want to watch that one. Ooh. Okay. Alright, last thing. How about an old cell phone from the video where I put a bunch of cell phones in the rock tumbler. Let's see if we can cut it in half. Oh. No problem. Wow. I think I cut the battery in half. I think that's very dangerous. I actually think that's extremely dangerous. There's the cross section of a cut in half cell phone, if you were ever wondering. Because it's starting to smell weird. Yeah, that was the battery. Yeah, probably not my best move. We're gonna put that outside, just in case something. So that was actually pretty cool. I did not expect it to cut through, especially like the cell phone, that easy. I'm gonna have to do a second video with this. Leave a comment down below anything that you want to see me try to slice in half with this thing. And keep in mind that the clearance is probably like an inch, or maybe like an inch and a quarter. So anything that is like an inch and a quarter that you want to see if it'll slice through, leave a comment below, and I'll probably make a second video doing it. Alright, so our last product is the contour gauge that is supposed to help you, like, in this instance, we're going to cut a piece of flooring to go around something. So say, like, we're just going to go really simple because I have absolutely no experience cutting flooring whatsoever. So we're going to go simple. We're going to pretend like this can is like a pole or something, and we need to put this floor around this pole. So what we're going to do, if you don't know what a contour gauge is, you just like anything that you need, say if you were going to make like a print of something, you would just like push this against whatever, and then you have like a thing to trace. I don't know what it's called, but if you've ever been to like a museum or whatever, like as a kid, and they have those things with all the little needles, and you like put your handprint in it, it's kind of like that. So let's take a print of this can. Let's say we want to go like that. And then right there we have our print. And on this one we have like a little lever here where we can lock it, and we have our print. The can fits in there pretty good. Actually, it's actually not all that great. Maybe we'll go like this. Okay, this is interesting. What's happening, what I'm seeing is that these sides right here is kind of like bow out a little bit. So it's like not giving me a perfect, it's not giving me like a perfect reading. That'll work. That's roughly half the can. So we're going to lock that right there. And you would take that to your work, and then you would just, that doesn't seem, maybe you should do it this way. Yeah, maybe that's the one you're supposed to trace. I think this is going to be pretty simple. Alright, so now that you have your mark, you can take your jigsaw, which I also have very, very, very limited experience with, and we should be able to just cut this out. It should fit the can. Everything should be hunky-dory. So much dust. I cut something out. That is for sure. Something got cut out. Let's see. Does it fit the can? You know what? That's actually not bad. That is actually not bad at all. There is like slight little gaps, mainly or from my cutting skills. But if this was like a pole inside of a house or something, you put this down, put a little bit of silicone around it or something, or I don't know, maybe sweep a little bit. After you sweep some dirt in there a few times, the dirt will kind of fill the cracks. You'd never even know. I'd say this tool is really good. If somebody like me can make this thing work halfway, somebody who's actually skilled at like flooring or woodworking could do wonders with this thing. So I think this is good. I really like this thing. Because I don't care who you are, this right here is not bad. I like that. Well, this actually turned out to be a lot more fun than I thought. I didn't think that I was going to like most of those randomly generated items, but it actually turned out pretty good. So if you want to see me randomly generate some more items and test those, leave a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.